Three, two, one, let's go. I think we are in there. All right. Okay, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Calvin, and I am connecting from Achimota, Accra, Ghana. I know that we have a lot of we have the whole continent, African continent, many countries on, not the whole African continent, but we have many people from the African continent on this call tonight. We also have America joining us. We have Europe, we have Asia. I know a few people from there are connecting with us. So if you, in fact, if you are connecting from Asia, let us know where. If you're connecting from what is America or Canada, let us know. Or somewhere in Europe, just tell us where you're connecting from this evening. So let me go back to I was just welcoming all of us, and we are truly very excited to have all of you tonight. So I was just telling you, giving a background of the cloud industry and how it's exploding towards the 3-point-something trillion market every day. Why? Because people are creating, sharing, and storing digital content far more than they ever did. Their photos, their videos, their documents, their entire lives, all right, or our entire lives are moving online. But here is the real question. Are we just participating in this digital shift, contributing every time online, you are on social media, or you have positioned yourself to benefit from it as well? If you haven't, tonight we are going to share, or we want to show you how you can do more than just use the cloud. You can actually leverage on it. You can protect what matters to you most by creating, having the opportunity, not just contributing to it, but turning it into an income stream. So stay with us tonight and stay focused, stay connected. And by the end of this session, I trust that you might just see the digital world in a different way and where you are in it as well. So welcome once again to our webinar this evening. To help me do this is one of our senior partners, an African leader on this project, a medical doctor by profession, and a lover of the digital space. Of course, we're not talking medicine, we are talking tech. But yes, she has enough information to share with you to help you make a great decision tonight. For some of you, tonight will be a turning point, and all the best. So to set us going, please help me show some reactions. Please help me welcome Dr. Dorothy Hansen to take us through the first part of tonight's presentation. Dr. Hansen.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Henry Calvin Birch, for your kind words and for the warm introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be here tonight. And like Mr. Henry Calvin Birch had said, tonight is going to be something really, really impactful. And I would encourage you to stick and stay till the end, because as this webinar goes on, it gets more exciting with the information we're about to share with you this evening. And thank you so much for being here. Mr. Birch will be back again, and I'll tell you a bit more about him and how he's taken this project to the ends of the world. So you're welcome to tonight's presentation. Let me just start with a story. A a story that impacts most of our lives. I actually recently heard this story, and I think this story is something remarkable because it affects all of us in one way or the other. If you've not been there, I'm sure you may have known someone who has been there. So this story I actually heard from Mr. Birch recently, and I think I've had similar stories in my own experience. So he was telling me about a pastor friend of his who to leave a good legacy for his children, to see how his work was, the ministries he had, the recordings he's had, the sermons he's had, a whole legacy to keep it behind for them to also learn from and come and inherit. I know the good book says a good father leaves an inheritance for his children's children, you know. And he actually bought an external hard drive, a 6 terabyte size one, to keep all that information on. And he actually did back up all his things onto this external hard drives, like many of us will do. But unfortunately, disaster struck, and this was one of nature's disasters, one that he could not avoid. Floods came into his house, and that external hard drive got damaged. It just got damaged. Just within a few hours of rains, that was the end of a lifetime of legacy gone. And you know what he said? He actually said that day he did not lose his external hard drive. He actually lost his life because that was his whole life cataloged on that device. What if he had a solution for that? What if there was a way he could not lose it? And that's the kind of conversation we are here to talk about, to give you a solution so that doesn't happen to you. You'll be seeing Gotbackup a lot on the screen, and Gotbackup is not just here turning digital dreams and securing your digital future. It's actually here to turn your financial dreams into reality. So whether it is living in your own home, the way you want to build it with multiple swimming pools and however you want it, whether yours is traveling the world to see the beauty thereof, the beautiful creation God has left for us to enjoy, or whether it is preparing for the family and how you are preparing their lives for, or whether you are preparing for that time when you're no longer going to work and doing physical activity, but building that financial future. Those are the kind of dreams Gotbackup is here to talk about. And if you've stopped dreaming about those things, I'd say after tonight, having heard everything you're going to say, you would have to go back and dream again. So you're welcome once again, and let's get into the good news of the night. So Gotbackup, like I've told you, is here to turn dreams into reality. It's empowering individuals like you and I. Those of us who are on our mobile phones all the time, those of us who are on tablets and on laptops, collecting and building data, organizational data, family memories, individual personal data, whether it is your certificate, your lecture notes, your passport, your Ghana card, all that data, Gotbackup is here to help you secure those digital dreams. And then in addition, leverage that work ethic that you have to turn your dreams, your financial dreams into reality. Because now in our time, it's not just physical going 8 to 5, it's a season and an economy of leverages and partnerships, because internet has just changed the way everything about work happens. And Gotbackup is here to empower you with such a tool. You know, Gotbackup, I'm sure you want to know who is behind it. There is a whole almost 30-year-old organization behind it called Global Virtual Opportunities. Global Virtual Opportunities had been into the building of servers and providing internet solutions to organizations all across the world for well over almost 29 years. Next year, they'll be 30 years old. You know, data storage has grown and evolved from times where we used to keep things on diskettes to the CDs, then DVDs. Then the pen drives came in, pen drives from 1 GB, which excited a lot of us because we had so much space. But I'm sure right now, if I give you a 1 GB pen drive, it could do you very little help. Pen drives have evolved to 64s, and even external hard drives have come in. But from the story I told you, it should be cleared now that data storage is not about the hardware storage devices. The future of data storage has moved all the way to the cloud now. And Gotbackup being in that space, Global Virtual Opportunities being in that space, providing solutions beyond even cloud storage, birthed its own cloud storage service, the newest kid on the cloud storage market called Gotbackup. And Gotbackup is a 3-year-old service. It was just birthed in April 2023. Just last month, it turned 3. And it's your ultra secure personal cloud storage space. A bit about the company and how it started. It started about 1997 then in Gatineau, Quebec, Canada. About 10 years in, noticing the size and the requirements to expand, they moved to their fully owned 10,000 square feet data center, and now it is in Texas. Texas because the fiber optics for data storage is best over there. In fact, most of the tech giants are in Texas also, all because of the same reason. And Gotbackup is providing solutions globally for cloud storage. So the organization is about 3 decades old. The baby Gotbackup is about just 3 years old. This is a physical location of Global Virtual Opportunities offices. In this day and age, when you talk about technology, people are concerned whether it's being done in a small space using AI, using technology and things that are not real. I mean, you may take a screenshot of this, you may search this on Google Earth. This is the physical location of Global Virtual Opportunities, and you see the same physical space. As the conversation goes on, I'll show you a video of what happens inside the data center of Gotbackup. Perhaps you have heard cloud storage and you wonder if your data is hanging up in the skies above your head. I'll let you have a look at what a data center looks like, because it's just a very beautiful infrastructure that stores your data. So there are real human beings behind Gotbackup. It is not AI tools. The CEO is called Mr. Joe Therian, his wife, Miss Evgenia Antonova. They have a technical team around them, people who are on the front end, the back end, building service, building solutions tailored to the needs of people in this space. Because now cloud storage is being used on multiple devices, but which service would work best for you? These people are there for you. We had the privilege of hosting them in November last year, right here in Ghana. Ghana has become the gateway to Africa. Their first time in Africa, and we had a huge event. Towards the end of the presentation, we'll show you some photos of how massive the event was. So this has already been launched and it's already spreading pretty fast. This is a few more of the technical guys. And of course, in this era, you need to have an AI agent. We have one, and she's called Terra. So these are all technical people behind Gotbackup. So it's not an AI run software. They are real human beings who are leveraging the AI and all the tech that you need to make this work. Also, for organization that wants to be sustainable, I mean, you don't run a solo organization. You need great minds behind it. And Gotbackup has a board of directors who govern the activities of the service. I'm sure you may see a familiar name there, but before I come to him, we have people who govern the Canadian American market. You have Chris and Tammy Gingra for that part. Sylvia Fontana for the Italian side of Gotbackup. Noel Abetz, he's for the Francophone side of Gotbackup. And you can see other features, people there. These are multimillionaires in their own spaces with different expertise. But let me talk about Dr. Kweku Ohinyasari, who is a Ghanaian, and makes us all proud as Africans to have someone on that level. I mean, it's like having a Ghanaian sitting on Microsoft or a Ghanaian sitting on Google. That's the kind of weight this has. Dr. Kweku Ohinyasari is a professor in 4 universities across the world. Just a bit about him. He lectures in South Africa, 2 universities in UK, and then 1 in Ghana here, University of Ghana Business School. I had the privilege of sitting under his tutelage. He teaches AI, cloud computing, machine learning, organizational research. He has certification from MIT. I mean, generally, the cloud space is a space. So a couple of years ago, he was called to join this board with his expertise. So that gives us surety, because mostly when new things come, people are wondering, are there who brought it and who is behind it? We have the privilege of having a Ghanaian sitting on the board of this organization, and that gives us some surety about this service. So let me give you a tour of what happens inside Gotbackup's cloud service, and then we'll come to talk about why cloud storage and why this conversation tonight. So give me 3 minutes to just show you this video, and then I'll come back and then we get into what Gotbackup is offering, which is taking over the world, and reason why the world is switching to this service, and you should also switch. Give me a few minutes. Let me come back to you soon. All right, so this is a tour of the data center of Gotbackup by the CEO himself. Enjoy.
Sound. Sound. Sound.
Oh,
You have to replay
let me
the
start
video.
again.
Sorry.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me just restart this. I didn't add the sound to it.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of Gotbackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure and how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're going to do is we're going to take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I want to explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm going to code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if, God forbid, a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible, but if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened, but you just never know, right?
All right. Great. So that was the tour of the data center of Gotbackup. And forgive me, I saw some messages coming in. No need to check in. The sound was the issues. Sorry about the delay earlier on. So let's get back into the conversation, and then we'll quickly wrap up hopefully towards the top of the hour. So cloud storage, and I think bits of it have been dropped in the conversation because now our world is just more interconnected than before. We are generating data so much. I think we are doing about 402 or so million terabytes of data every single day, where from social media interactions. And I believe today you've received a photo, you sent a photo, you created a document, you shared something online. Every transaction we do online, text, photo, we are generating so much. And worse on social media. We do banking is online, schooling is online. This streaming we are doing is generating data. Videos are generating data, and all of this data needs to be stored. Data has become the new oil of our time, and there are boundless opportunities for its storage because the quantum we are generating, there are just very few solutions out there. Gotbackup is one of such solutions, and we're just going to get into more exciting stuff from this slide onwards. So I think I just mentioned this, the amount of data we generate every day. You can also Google it, and that's just how much we generate every single day. From where? Social media uploads, video streaming websites, and all the time that we spend on social media. So many of us, well, like it or not, we've become addicts to the devices for generating the data. Your cell phone, your tablet, your laptop. We spend so much time on those devices, and we become addicts to these devices. We use it for literally every single thing beyond the mobile phone calls and text messages. And I'm sure if I did a poll on this call tonight about how many of us would have had a perfect day today if we went to work without our phones, I'm sure many of us will say, no, the day wouldn't be perfect. Because stats are even telling us almost 90% of us will feel uneasy if you got to work and didn't have our cell phones with that. We become so addicted to this that it's about the first thing you pick up after waking up in the morning. And tonight might be the last thing you drop just before you sleep. That's how close we are to the devices. And they are so delicate too. So we like to protect the outside with a case and then a screen protector, so nothing happens to the outside of our phones. What about the insides of our phone? Gotbackup leverages two massive trends with this history, the mobile cell phone boom and the demand for its storage. And the very first trend is the fact that there are over 15 billion smartphones in the world. Kindly help me in this conversation, please. Type, how many phones do you have? How many laptops do you have? Well, I have 2 phones and 1 laptop. There are about 15 billion devices in the world currently. The devices are more than the human beings in the world. And we use the devices everywhere, every age, every sector, on the markets, in the offices, in schools, in hospitals, in banks. Everything is around the mobile device. And the phone has become something that we cannot do without. And with that quantum of data we are generating, surprisingly, data is being lost at that same rate, at that very same rate. Because now people buy high-spec phones, 1 terabyte size phones. It's not enough to now have a big phone without a backup, because 45% of cell phone users accidentally damage their phones and lose their data. Most of the time, you don't back up the things on the phone efficiently. It says over 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. What if you had a solution so that no matter what happened to your phone, no matter what happened to your laptop, you could actually get back your data, because your data would not be sitting only on your phone, but in the cloud? People are looking for solutions like that. People don't want to lose their data. That's where Gotbackup comes in to provide a solution. This is what happens on mobile device and on laptops. Most times we talk about the mobile device. What about laptops? It says roughly almost 94% of companies experience data loss and they cannot recover it. How do they? Software corruption, hardware failures. Most people store on external hard drives and on the PCs, but we don't back up all of these things. And if this happens, it's a serious loss, because this is data that could have you could have used for trends, data that you could have leveraged on to predict to do projections for your job. Data is now king, and if you lose it, it's quite a big loss. It's even beyond the device you lose. So there are solutions for data storage. Many solutions exist, including the newest one, which has solutions beyond what our competitors are offering. There's Google Drive and there's Dropbox, there's iCloud, iDrive. You may be familiar with some of these ones, but most people are switching to use Gotbackup. Billions of people are already on these services, but most of them are switching to use Gotbackup because of the unbeatable value Gotbackup is offering. So let me tell you about the value Gotbackup is offering that's getting people to move. How do we compare to them? When it comes to data storage, two things are important to people. When you get that memory full alert on your phone, your laptop, two options, delete or upgrade. Delete is the easier option, but nowadays, even beyond that, your phone might not be functioning efficiently. You will need to upgrade, and I'd like to recommend Gotbackup to be your next upgrade because it gives you value that beats the others. So beyond the price, okay, we'll compare the price and security. That's the two things people worry about. And I'll tell you what more there is beyond price and security. So you can see the prices already on the screen. On annual subscriptions currently, and cloud storage is a subscription-based service. You either do annuals or monthlies. Annuals are best because you get better deals across the service providers. On annual subscriptions, our competitors do a 2 terabyte space, 2,000 gigabytes of space per annum. Gotbackup on annual subscription, that's 6 terabytes, 3 times that space per annum. But to compare like for like, because our competitors also do 6 terabytes, just do a fair comparison. And with a fair comparison, you can see Gotbackup's price beats them all. It's 4 times less expensive than iCloud and 3.5 times less expensive than Dropbox and Google Drive, respectively. If you think the space is too big, 6 terabytes is too big for you, Gotbackup allows you to share the space with 5 other people. So you can have 6 accounts on Gotbackup. Everybody gets their own username and their own password. So data does not mix. Gotbackup also works on unlimited devices. So if you have 5 laptops and 4 mobile phones, you can just install the app on all these devices with your one account and back up all your data securely off the devices onto the cloud. So no matter what happens to your devices, your data is secure. Beyond the number of devices, Gotbackup works on multiple operating systems. It doesn't fix you to one operating system like iCloud does, such that if you're not an Apple user, you can't use iCloud. So you must have a MacBook and have an iPhone before you can use their cloud service. Gotbackup doesn't do that. It allows you that flexibility. So if you use an iPhone or use an Android device, if you use a MacBook or a Windows laptop, Gotbackup works on all these devices. On laptops, it does something that no other cloud service does. Most cloud services, if you even download Google Drive onto your machine, you just allow it to back up some folders. No cloud service backs up the entire operating system of your machine. No cloud service backs up to the C drive of your machine. Only Gotbackup does that currently on the market. It literally clones the C drive of your machine, and that's hourly incremental backup. So every hour, whilst you are working, it's actually scanning and uploading the new things coming on laptop onto the cloud service. So no matter what happens to your device, if it's a hardware failure within an hour, you are sure to get your things to the last hour on the cloud. This is just unbeatable value. No other service gives you that, and no other service backs up your laptop like Gotbackup does. Most people use external hard drives. Gotbackup gives you absolute peace of mind for every gadget that you put data on. So this is multiple operating systems, 6 terabytes of space, 6 users. Clones your laptop, your tablet, your mobile device for how much? Just $99.97 per annum. This is unbeatable value for money. To add to it, this is just a summary of what I just summarized. Our competitors are the white you see on my screen here. Gotbackup is everything green. 6 TB, 6 accounts, multiple operating systems. In addition, it adds this email system, which it charges you $0 per annum to use. It allows you, if you're a company, a business who sends emails in bulk to people regularly, Gotbackup allows you to personalize those emails, automate those emails, and send a bulk of up to about 20,000 with a click of a button using the algorithm it has on this system. You can personalize it, meaning everybody will receive it in their name, as if you sent it directly to them, but just because you actually put it onto the algorithm and to do that for you. Automation, you can send emails, you can set emails ahead of time for them to be sent for you. So if you want to send Happy May Day to everybody on your mailing list, you can set it now. You don't have to wait till Friday to do it. And when it is time, the system will take it for you. And this is $0 per annum, just to help you be more efficient and be more professional in this time where everything is happening online. But then there's still more. Gotbackup. Let me see. Sorry, let me be back a few slides. My slides are jumping. Yeah. Let me talk about the security of Gotbackup, knowing the functionality now. Gotbackup uses the advanced encryption standard, the AES 256-bit encryption. And this is the highest level of encryption you can get with data storage. I mean, you can find that out. It's called the military-grade encryption because that's the security the US military uses to back up their data. On cloud, you get access to some plugins that you will not even see on other cloud services. You have speech-to-type, you have an AI system that will read your documents to you, you have Mendeley, you have Translate, you have Thesaurus, all built into the only office setup Gotbackup has on NetCloud. So this is all for just $100 per annum for you. Unbeatable value for money. Gotbackup has this setup also called the Gotbackup Pro. I'll just speak about one of them just so that we can maximize the time that we have left. I'll speak about Viva. Nowadays, everything is happening online. I mean, it is based on reviews online. If you're someone who is online, doing work online, you actually would need these tools to make you more visible and make your work online much easier. I'll talk about the Viduba, which works like Vimeo, the video streaming tool. Then Vimeo is more expensive than this. Viduba allows you with Gotbackup. Gotbackup has these tools already built in. They already provide solutions in this area. Their video streaming tool is called the Viduba. And if you have multiple handles as somebody on social media, mostly the general thing you do is to send individual videos to your various platforms. But on Viduba, you can put all your platforms, your handles on Viduba and record a video and send across the various handles that you have. So you don't have to go post them one by one on the various handles. In addition to that, it gives you the analytics so you can track where you are doing well and put more efforts there. But that's just on the Gotbackup Pro. Gotbackup Pro is going for $200 per annum. And I think it gives you even more value than what the price is. Because on its own, if you have to purchase it individually, it will cost you almost $2,000 from what we have found out. This is what you get with Gotbackup Pro, the only cloud service that gives you beyond cloud service tools to make you useful online. This is what they want the world to know. That you don't have to delete your data again. Never, ever, ever have to delete them again. If you did that last December, if you did that last Easter, just to create more space, to create more memories, don't do that again. Over 98% of the hard work is done for you. Use Gotbackup. It will back up every single system you have. It will organize them into the years, the months in which you collected your data. Yours is just to do the 2%. Download this mobile app from Google App Store, Google Play Store, Apple App Store, or get the laptop app from Gotbackup's website. Speak to the person who invited you. And this is taking over the world, literally, one country at a time. In just 3 years of its launch, Gotbackup is in 165 countries all across the world. Ghana got on as the 82nd country just 3 months after it had been launched. The project was running really fast because people were looking for a solution like this at this price point with the same security of the services that they already used to. And this is just taking over one country at a time. Beyond this service I've spoken to you about, Gotbackup offers you even more. Gotbackup is the only cloud service that allows you to be part of something really big and to take you into that part. And I'm sure the person who invited you may have dropped some hints about it. I'll say stick and stay to the end. It's now getting to the exciting part, the icing on this beautiful cake that has been laid before you. And to take us through that second part, I'm going to invite back Mr. Henry Calvin-Birch. And let me tell you a bit about him. Mr. Henry Calvin-Birch is one of our African leaders, one of our top trainers on this project. In fact, he is opening countries to this project, countries across the world. I can mention at least 3 countries coming from his side. He's a visionary, and he's not doing this project alone. In fact, he's on with his beautiful wife and his entire family. There's something about this project that you cannot have a device and just watch things happen. No, position yourself. To take us into that part, please stay to the end. And I'll invite you to take us through the second part of what Gotbackup leverages on. Thank you so much for your time, and Calvin, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Doherty. I asked that we put in some reactions for her, please make use of the reaction button on your dashboard and let's appreciate her. I think that was a fantastic expose on the service of Gotbackup. Incredible stuff here. And if you are using this product, I believe you can attest to it. Wonderful how great the Gotbackup service is. But beyond that, Gotbackup, as was indicated, that is the only cloud storage that gives users the opportunity to partner with them. So let me share that partnership with you, give you information about that partnership and how you can benefit from it. So stick and stay with us for the next few minutes and let me add the icing which Dr. Hansen talked about. So Gotbackup, if you are using any of the cloud storage right now, you get prepared to switch, okay, and get the best out of the cloud. Gotbackup partnership involves going out to the world and telling the world there is something better. There is something out there that can safely, securely manage your digital assets. And that is Gotbackup. But now let's look at the second trend which Gotbackup drives on and is the strategic partnership. Why you want to take the strategic partnership very seriously is because of the graph you have on your screen right now. If you're looking anywhere, look at your screen right now. Now, what is this? This is the graph that shows the trend of where the cloud storage market is going, where the projection, where it's from and where it's heading to. So if you didn't give this a thought ever, this is a time to think about it and say, hey, take advantage. Let me take advantage of this. Okay. So the one in the blue, the small chart at the graph at the top is a projection we showed from 2017 to 2025. And Statista projected that by 2025, the cloud market was going to be valued about over 200 billion US dollars. But they had to revise that by the last quarter of 2025. You know why? Because the year ended over 400 billion US dollars. They projected 200 and something, but it went over 400 billion US dollars. And the green graph, yellow and gray, is projecting up to 2035. That's about the next 9 years or so from now. You want to be in this space. You know why? Because the cloud market is going to be valued over 3.5 trillion US dollars. So if you are not in a space like this, you will be missing out on a huge fortune, because they say a slice of something big is worth more than all of something small. For example, a slice of a watermelon is worth more than just a grape, than a whole grape, okay? Which can give you more juice. Of course, the slice of the watermelon can give you more juice. So you want to take advantage of this. This is why we are serious about this, because not only are you protecting your data, but you are building a fortune for not just yourself, but for your children and probably a legacy for your grandchildren as well. So how can you partake in this? How to get started? You just need to subscribe, get one of the cloud packages, okay? Dr. Hampson talked about the family package, which is the $100 a year. That is 99.97, but let's call it $100 a year. What do you get for this? 6 terabyte of cloud space. And you want to partake in the strategic partnership, is $20 more. So let's call it $120. That's what you need to start this project minimum. That's the minimum package, okay? Or you can go for some of the other packages we will be looking at. If you are in Ghana, approximately it's going to cost you about 1,500 Ghana cedis. When I got started on this project a little over a year ago, I paid 2,000 Ghana cedis, but because the rate was much higher, but the amount of $120 was the same. The only thing that changed is the exchange rate. Now it's cheaper for people who are getting started now because the exchange rate is much better. But across the world is the same $120 for the package, the minimum package, the family package, which you can share with 5 others. Or you can get started with the Gotbackup Pro, which is $500 a setup fee, which will give you about 5 to 6 different tools, incredible tools. The VDuber, the testimonial generator, the memory place, the SendShark that has to do with the bulk emailing service and all the others. Marco Max, another incredible tool. All of them can be set up for $500 one-time payment. You don't pay that ever again, except for your yearly or monthly subscription for your Gotbackup Pro. Monthly subscription is $20 a month, and yearly is $200, which will include your family pack and everything else. So incredible. If you are a business, an institution, a company, service society, or whatever group, that 6 terabyte might be too small, Gotbackup has the enterprise solution. So you can get 20 terabyte of cloud space and get started with that for your entire organization and benefit from that. How much is that? $700 one-time fee. One-time fee, $700. Then the monthly subscription is $60 a month or $600 a year. And if you compare other cloud storage service, 20 terabyte will cost you a lot more. So this is a great deal. Now, when you get started as a strategic partner, what do you benefit? What are your earnings? Now you have an opportunity to earn 7 different commissions, or you can call it bonuses, or different ways that Gotbackup pays, okay? So Gotbackup is on a mission. And what is the mission? They want to capture the world. And they're doing that one country at a time, even though Gotbackup is just 3 years old. April this year, Gotbackup celebrated their 3rd anniversary. It's the 3rd anniversary of the project, the cloud project. But remember, the company, the mother of Gotbackup, which is Global Virtual Opportunities, is almost 30 years old. So we're talking about a group that has great experience in the field. But the product, which is Gotbackup, is just 3 years, but is already in 165 countries out of 195. That's a big deal. Now let's go back to the commissions you earn. So the customer acquisition bonus, as the name says, acquisition. Anytime Gotbackup acquires a customer through you anywhere in the world, Gotbackup pays you 50% of the commission if it's a family package that person got. How much is the family package? It's $100. Okay, let's move away with let's take out the $20, which is the renewal for your strategic partnership. But the subscription for 6 terabyte and all the other benefits is $100 a year. Or actually, it's $99.97, but let's call it $100. Gotbackup will pay you $50, which is 50% of that. So if Gotbackup acquires a customer through you, so what if about 2 customers Gotbackup acquires through you tonight? You will make $100 tonight. Yeah, for real. What if it's about 10 people you get tonight? Gotbackup will pay you $50 times 10. That means you have an opportunity to make 10 times 50. That's $500. If you do that in an hour, you get that in an hour. That's what it is. So there is no limit when it comes to the customer acquisition bonus. And remember, it is only one of the 7 different commissions that Gotbackup pays. Okay? So it's about, so you want to reach out to the world and tell them about what we have, what Gotbackup what Gotbackup has to offer them. People are losing data, guys. This is serious business. Companies are losing data. Individuals are losing data. They are losing their pictures, their videos, their audios, their intellectual properties. They are losing it because they are losing their gadgets. They are losing their storage system. All right. So Gotbackup is on this mission to make sure people all around the world secure their intellectual, their digital assets. And we are on a mission to help do that. And we don't do that for free. Gotbackup compensate the people who are the strategic partners who do that. If anyone, a company, institution, or individual buys an enterprise solutions, guess what? You get 25% of the yearly subscription. How much is the yearly subscription? It's $600 per year for the enterprise solution. How much is 25% of $600? Is $150. What if you get 5 companies or institutions to sign up on the enterprise solution in a week? You make $150 times 5. That's $750 you're going to make. Let's say you do that in a month. All right, you get 10 in a month. That's $1,500 commission you will be earning, or money income you will be making only on customer acquisition bonus. That's how huge it is. If you get someone to sign up on this incredible pack, which is called the Gotbackup Pro, you get $200 cash instantly. So Gotbackup customer acquisition bonus is really big, guys. It's the only income that you can make instantly. The rest of the income, which is the 6 out of the 7, you make that monthly if you qualify for it. It's not automatic that you will be paid that, but you have to meet the criteria which gave that. All right. The first one is you have to be a Sapphire on the project. Okay. Who's a Sapphire? What do you mean you're a Sapphire? Now, when Gotbackup acquires 1 customer through you, you are called a Bronze. If it's 2, you are called a Copper. Of course, there are some technicalities there. You have to place them properly. Then we have Silver. Now, when you have 3, but there are other things. Then you have Gold. Then you have Platinum, Sapphire, Emerald, up to Black Diamond. We don't have a Black Diamond in the word yet. But we have a Blue Diamond currently. Remember, it's only 3 years old. Now, for you to start earning the next income we want to talk about, which is the cycle match bonus or cycle match income, you need to be, it starts from a Sapphire. So Sapphire is a rank, somewhere after Platinum and before Emerald. Okay, what you need to do to get that, you can, when you get on a project, we guide you on it. It's straightforward. What is needed, it will be shown to you. Nothing is hidden. But let me tell you what you get as a Sapphire. Now, Gotbackup pays you 25% of whatever the people who you brought in or brought onto the project, those people you introduced to Gotbackup directly, whatever they earn as cycle commission. Now, cycle commissions is what? It's commission which the company calculates from your entire team, from people who come into your organization directly by you and indirectly as well. So you may not know some of the people in your organization, but Gotbackup pays you for that. They have a formula for the cycle commissions, okay? So whenever a person earns a cycle commission who you brought in directly, Gotbackup will pay you if you are a Sapphire and above. As a Sapphire, they'll pay you 25% of that. Now, let's use some figures for our calculation. Let's make some assumptions here. So the first assumption is that the person is making $1,000 a month from cycle commission. First assumption. Now, it could be lower than 1,000. It could be more than 1,000. Please, I'm only using 1,000 because it's a substantial figure, and you know it's also good, easy for calculation as well. So, if a person is making 25%, is making 1,000, 25% of 1,000 is $250. That means from that person, you will be earning $250 as your cycle match commission. Now, let's use 10 people. 10 people, because for you to become a Sapphire, you need minimum of 10 directly, all right? 10 people. So let's take, you may have 25, you may have 30, 50, but let's take 10 out of that. So 10 people are earning $1,000 in that you have brought in. It could be over time, not tomorrow, not you just got started next week, one month, sometime it could take a few years, but it's worth it because listen to the figures. If 10 people in your team that you brought in directly are earning $1,000 from cycle commission, you'll make 25% on each of them. 25% on 1,000 is 250. Multiply that by 10. That's $2,500. That is what you are going to earn. Incredible figure, guys. $2,500 if you are a Sapphire using those figures, okay? If the figures are bigger, of course, bigger commissions. If the figures are lower, then lower cycle commissions. But whatever it is, it's still worth it. If you are an emerald on the project, then we're talking about 50%. 50% of 1,000 is 500. 500 times 10, that's 5,000 US dollars earning you will get from only cycle match bonus. We're not talking about the other bonuses, which has some other commissions. That is how incredible this is. And guess what? If you are any of the diamonds, all right, you see diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, up to black diamond. If you are any of the diamonds, you will earn 100% of whatever the one you brought in is earning from cycle match bonus, from cycle commissions. All right. Now, what if the person was earning $100 as their cycle commission? If you are a diamond, from them, you will earn $100. So if there are 10, $100 times 10, that's $1,000. Now, what if they were earning $1,000 and 10 of them? Now, $1,000, if you are a diamond or any of the diamonds, you'll be earning 100% of that. 100% of 1,000 is 1,000. Multiply that by 10. That's $10,000 commission for that you get on cycle match commission. Now, how long will it take you to become a diamond, a sapphire, an emerald, and ruby, and all of that? I don't know. But I can tell you this. Someone on this program became a diamond in under 45 days. Under 45 days, okay? That was really fast, but there are people that can beat that record probably. But if they can become a diamond in 45 days, then obviously to become a sapphire can take you the same or less. Okay, so just to give you an idea, but it doesn't matter. It could take you 2 years. It could take you 5 years to become a diamond. Is it worth it to make $5,000 or $10,000 from this as a commission in a month? Oh, yes, it's worth it. There are many that have been working for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years in their job, very hard. They don't make $5,000 or $10,000 in a month. So it's worth it. You know why this is very possible? Because of the trend, what is happening. Cloud storage, guys, this industry is just going to grow, is just going to boom. You either get on board now or you will get on board later anyway. But if you've seen it, if you have the opportunity to see it now, which you do, take advantage of it and make a fortune out of this and help people around the world to back up their digital assets, and people will be happy you have done that. Okay, so we're talking about an incredible business opportunity, an incredible strategic partnership which Gotbackup is offering. Gotbackup, to sum this up, is still the best cloud storage offer you can have. It has the emailing system. Remember, unlimited devices, high security, 256-bit encryptions. It is the only cloud storage that gives you that SP, strategic partnership. On this project, you also, as you're building as a strategic partner, you get mentorship, you get trained, all right? You get great support, whether it's corporate or team support. Personal development is unbelievable, and the community leveraging on this project is mind-blowing, okay? It cuts down a lot of privileges, not privilege, but protocol, okay? And you are able to meet certain people that it will take you forever to meet them, but on this project, you just connect with them and you're able to do things much easier. To sum up, how much do you need? Minimum is $100 a month for the 6 terabyte of cloud space. And of course, if you want to be a strategic partner, $20 more. So that's $120 a year, not a month, a whole year. That is what you're going to be paid. And if you just want to enjoy the service, no problem. But guys, why wouldn't you want to earn as well from it? Because Gotbackup is set up for this to affect your digital future and your financial future. How do you get started? How do you pay? You can use your Visa card, but you would need a link from the person who invited you, because that's the only way you can buy the cloud storage. And the person will give you the link. You click on the link, and it will give you access to make your purchase, and you can choose which package you want and pay with your Visa. If you don't have a Visa, or you're like, my Visa is expired, but I need to get on this project, speak with the person. They can arrange to get you a prepaid link. You need to send them cash, probably by Momo. You can't pay directly by Momo, no, but you can send the money to the person through Momo. And you know what Momo is, right? Mobile money. And then the person can get a prepaid link using probably their system or their card and send it to you. And you just need to click on that link, which is already paid for, and then choose your package and get started on the project. All right. So we talked about this already. We have regular business presentations. So you don't need to have any previous knowledge and be trained on this. All you need to do, get the people who you think, we have family, friends, colleagues that need to hear about this, invite them to one of our meetings, whether it's online like this or it's in person. If you're in Ghana and in Accra, take advantage of the in-person meeting, which we have every Sunday at the Mensvik Hotel, except for first Sunday of the month. So it's not coming on this Sunday, but the next Sunday after that, and the subsequent ones, we're going to have it. These are photos of the CEO and his wife when they were in Ghana, how many months? 5 months ago. They were in Ghana, November. There was a big event at the Mensvik Hotel, and there was no space, actually. If you see the bottom left picture, there are people standing at the back. People were outside because there was an overflow. This project is Ghana is the gateway to this project in Africa. And if you're on this project and you are from other countries, take it seriously, because imagine, I know in other countries it may not be as big as it is in Ghana, but if you are building it in your country, wherever you are, just think what will happen in the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. You could be in 5, 6 digits a month, guys. That's what we're talking about. So take this very seriously. It's a service everybody needs. It's a project everyone can afford. It's only $120 to get started with. You pay that yearly to protect your digital assets. This is the time, you need to get this. Thank you very much for your time and welcome on board. Please speak with the one who invited you. If you have a question, we can take a few questions shortly after this is done. But if you want to get started, speak with them, and then they will let you know what exactly to do. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you a snippet of some great, incredible commissions. This is random commission of people, some people on the Gotbackup project, and it's 100% Gotbackup. What you're about to see. These are earnings that they've earned in a month, in a few months, but it's worth it. This is not a guarantee that you are going to make exactly what you're going to see, but this is a possibility that this can happen. This is the potential it has. Your success or what earnings you see there, it depends on you, okay? We will look at that, and we'll come back and take questions, and we will look at our frequently asked questions if you don't have questions. So are you ready? Wear your seatbelt right now. See there. These are commissions earned. This account at the top left, that's 10,000 plus US dollars. Okay, that account was credited with. Below is 3,970 something. In the middle is 5,400 plus. Beneath that account earned in 30 days over 7,000 US dollars. Below that is a Ghanaian account that had credited. All right, it was credited with over 72,000 Ghana cedis. Then you have 6,000, 8,000 guys. These are commissions from Gotbackup. All right, it will require some commitment, dedication, hard work, and strategies as well. But is it possible? Yes, it's possible. All right, so now let's look at our frequently asked questions. If you have any question, they probably might be answered right here. Is my data secure? Of course, your data is secure. You saw the video of the CEO. You saw where the data center is. What subscription plans are available? We have the Gotbackup Basic, which is a family pack. We have the Gotbackup Pro, and then we have the Gotbackup Enterprise Solution for businesses. Why should I choose Gotbackup over other cloud? Of course, Gotbackup gives you the best value, and it, same 6 terabyte you get other places. You can get it at a much cheaper and better value at Gotbackup. Who can use Gotbackup? Anyone. You don't need to be a tech person, tech savvy. You can use Gotbackup, as an ordinary person, individual business organization. Everyone can use it. Do I need to be an affiliate to use Gotbackup? No, you don't have to. You can just enjoy the service of Gotbackup without being an affiliate, if that's what you want. Can I access my data from multiple sources? Of course you can. You can access your file from any device and any part of the world, okay? What happened if I lost my device? You just need to go and restore it if you have backed it up in the cloud. If it's your computer that got missing, buy a new computer. Log into your Gotbackup account and hit the restore button. You get everything back. How credible is GVO? GVO, as you know, is the mother of Gotbackup. GVO has been in existence for almost 3 decades. So very credible. That's their space for many, 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 many years. Gotbackup supports mobile, how many mobile device or system? Gotbackup supports all the different operating system, Windows, Mac, Android, iOS, what you can think about. So guys, yeah, Gotbackup, can I transfer my data from Google Drive to, yes, Gotbackup has an agreement, a migration agreement with Google. And if you get your Gotbackup account, you can set it up and then be able to transfer files from Google to your Gotbackup cloud. So if you have additional questions, I will, at this point, want to, all right, I see Matthew. All right, please let me just, if it's, just a second, I want to open up the space so you can be allowed to speak. If you are unable to mute right now, please just a second. Settings. All right. Participant, yes. So you are able to unmute right now. Just unmute and speak if that is faster. I'm not looking at I'm not looking at the messages, so I won't be able to see. So Dr. Hansen, you can come in here if there are questions that you have noted. Can you please come in?
Okay, I think I have unmuted my mic. If you allow me, I can ask.
Yeah, you are allowed. Dr. Hansen, you are muted. If you're talking, we didn't hear you. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, fantastic. First, I want to congratulate you